Getting a cancer diagnosis is never easy for anyone or their families. The sad fact, though, is that some cancers are more survivable than others. And one cancer that has one of the lowest survival rates is pancreatic cancer. Only 6% of all patients live 5 years or more following diagnosis. And most of the deaths from pancreatic cancer occur less than 1 year after diagnosis. These are tough odds to overcome. Joining me today is Jamie Oliver with the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network with a look at what is being done to change these statistics. Jamie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Gail, for having me.
The statistics are rather sobering for pancreatic cancer. And why is it so hard to detect?
Well, the pancreas is a very small organ, and it's sort of buried in the abdomen. So it's very hard for doctors to detect on palpation if there are tumors in the pancreas. And the symptoms are very vague, and they can represent many other things that can be happening in your life, obviously, digestive issues and things. So a lot of times it's not diagnosed until it's in stage 4.
And that's the bad part because it is stage 4, harder to cure.
Absolutely. Very few treatment options. This is one of the few cancers that has gone on for 40 years with really no new advances and no new drugs.
And that's such a sad state of where we are in our research. And you gave me some statistics, and there are some cancers that we are doing really well at. And so we need folks to step up. And what are you looking for to try to change this?
Well, one of the things the National Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, which is the charity that I do work for and raise awareness with, one of the things they do is try to educate folks. That's one of the reasons we're here today, is to make sure the word gets out that this is a very dangerous cancer. And by 2020, it's going to be the second leading cause of cancer death in the United States. So one is education. The other is raising funds. And so we do our Purple Stride every year. This year it's on October 25th in Columbus. We raise a lot of money doing that. We do those all over the country. We also go to Washington and help with, making sure the federal funding is there for the research and kind of get the scientists together so that there's more collaboration.
You have personally been touched by this, which is why you became involved.
Absolutely.
What happened in your life?
My grandmother passed away from pancreatic cancer in her 40s. I was obviously a baby at that time. So I was raised with that sort of in the background. We didn't know that there were any types of genetically links or genetic mutations, and it's like breast cancer. There's a certain percentage that can be genetic, the rest are not. And then just back in 2008, my mom's older brother passed away from pancreatic cancer, and she had been pushing for testing for herself, just for sort of screening, and there was just nothing available. So finally, by the time she got her screening, which was about a year after her older brother passed away, she was diagnosed and passed away, unfortunately, 4 months later.
Wow. So there is a genetic component.
There can be.
These are things that you're just learning now.
Absolutely. We need the research, we need the funding, we need the awareness. And honestly, in the next few years, you're not going to know anybody who has not been affected by pancreatic cancer.
What are you looking for in the research? Better treatment, better detection, both?
I think the main thing, they're looking for everything, obviously,
right,
but early detection is the key. I mean, we know that from so many different cancers. Breast cancer, for example, the survival rates now are absolutely incredible. Early detection is the key, and so they're, all of the clinical trials and all of those things are so important for people to participate in.
And to bring awareness, you have a day coming up, an event that you hope people will start to understand what the color purple means.
Absolutely. We have a national call-in day coming June 17th. There's going to be hundreds of us in Washington, D.C. talking to our senators and legislators about making sure we maintain funding for pancreatic cancer. And we're asking everybody to go to the PanCan website and sign up. Very easy to do. You click a link, call your representative, leave a message, make sure they know that we need funding for this disease.
So this is a way for everybody to get involved, and it really doesn't cost them anything. They just can go to your website.
Absolutely.
And their voice can be heard. Well, thank you for sharing this information, and hopefully those voices will be heard and we'll see more as far as treatment and prevention.
Absolutely.
And keep up the good work. Thanks,
Thank you,
Jamie.
Gail. Thanks.